And that was Vaspooher with Evil March from Mashhad, Iran. Great track from those guys. And we are joined today with Sean and Jess from the Molecule Party, talking a little bit about independent artists' expectations versus reality. Another topic that we kind of wanted to throw out there was shows, friends, ticket sales. What happens and what do we expect? Sean, what's going on with this?
Well, as far as like shows go, local shows, pretty much our local fans, and we do have many, will pay whatever is required to get into the show. Usually it's like $5 or $10, which isn't a lot by 2020 standards. When it comes to like a bigger show we have for example, we did a couple bigger shows with at Foxtail with Crystal Method and or She Wants Revenge.
Crystal Method. We did not play with Crystal Method.
And for our for our UK friends, that's 15 quid.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much if people know we're on a bigger show and they're fans of our music, they usually will buy the tickets from us if they're interested in the band. We do have some diehard fans that will come see us no matter where we play, which is very, very cool and very flattering. But it's sometimes difficult to move tickets for a bigger show. Sometimes.
Yeah, well, we see that what happens is whenever you have a show that you don't have pre-sale tickets, when you don't have paper tickets, it's very easy to get people to show up. When you do have paper tickets, you have a quota to sell. Mm-hmm. And what you see in today's age, we were talking about technology, everything's available online. Mm-hmm. So a lot of our fans, that might want to see us, they'll go online because all of the event links on Facebook, mm-hmm. on, any, Ticketmaster and everything, it's all available online for them to purchase the tickets. So it leaves bands a little bit in a lurch because they have to sell these paper tickets. So a lot of the people that may be there to see you have already bought them online.
That's happened to us many times.
Then you're like, well, I have a whole lot of tickets left.
But in our defense, we've always met all of our quotas no matter what. So it's good.
By hook or by crook.
So that's a real thing that happens. And a lot of times, you're left holding the bag. Now, you got a handful of tickets you didn't sell, but everybody went online and bought their tickets to see you, but now you've got nothing to show for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, sometimes that happens. We've been lucky where we've essentially moved most of our tickets because of Jess's hard work and mine.
Lucky is a lot of
lucky. It's a lot of luck. But it's a lot of luck. We have done it, and we are in with some promoters in the area. Good, so it's.
But it's certainly as far as
it's a lot of work, but it's work.
It is a lot of work, and that as far as we're talking about expectations, it is a lot of work, and that's something bands, whenever they have that number of tickets they need to sell, definitely have to consider in the work that they're doing and making sure that they are communicating with people before they're buying them online to make sure that those tickets they're buying count towards them.
Right. And here's my thing. And we talk about friends that say they're going to be there, coworkers, whatever the case may be. Here's my thing. So you go into the workplace and people are just passing around things for Yankee Candles, passing around things for their kids, Girl Scout thing. Everybody's signing up. Oh, how many candles do I need to buy? 1,000? Fuck yes. Put me down for 10. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Put me down for 10,000 Yankee Candles for your kid.
Yeah.
But they don't want to buy your $10 ticket.
Exactly.
What is that?
I don't get it because buying a concert ticket to me is better than buying any Girl Scout cookie, candle, or any fucking hoagie or bullshit.
The hoagies, yes, the hoagies that are sloppily made by God knows who. in like a basement.
Myself.
Yeah.
Go to the deli.
Well, I think that, first of all, just in thinking maybe somebody will buy a ticket eventually, I buy every hoagie. Because I'm like, maybe you'll buy a ticket when I need to. But it is hard, though, because you
so
got to
Jess is constantly buying hoagies. Are you eating the hoagies?
I have a lot of hoagies. If you need a hoagie, you talk to me, because I got But it is hard, too, because I think it's very easy for somebody to buy a tangible thing, and I, myself, I'm guilty of that. If somebody is like, here is this stupid candle that you don't want for $10, my commitment is done at the $10.
Right.
But if somebody's like, here's a concert ticket for $15, then I have to do a thing?
And if you don't, you feel guilty about like wasting your money.
And I think that's exactly
because I have bought concert tickets I haven't gone to.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, so like that's shit.
And I think that it's easier for me and for a lot of people to say, all right, I gave you the 10. You're going to give me the dumb thing I don't want, and we're done here.
Right.
There's not the extra step.
The hand crocheted Rudolph ornaments for your front door.
Exactly. I can just throw it away when I'm done. It's fine. We're all done here.
Right.
Transaction over.
I'll keep it on my desk so you know I care. I'm not going to take it home.
Yeah, I'm not going to take it home because I don't want it, but at least you know it's here. I'm going to have it visible.
So every time you come around for coffee and you want to have a jaw wag about what Tim did in the break room, guess what? You're seeing Rudolph,
You're seeing Rudolph. And you know what? Rudolph's staying up all year because I don't clean my desk that often.
That's all they need to know.
I don't really deal with much of that anymore because I work with my brother. So, like, he's only one person. So, like, he's coming to one show of ours, and that's really it. So, like, but I understand, like, I used to work in an office, and I would sell tickets, and that is a bitch.
It really does totally sting. But you know what? I'm surprised. Every time I have tickets to sell, I'm so surprised by the people that buy them. So, in that way, it's fun because it's like, oh my gosh, like Bob from accounting wants to go see us.
Right. Oh yeah,
so cool.
absolutely.
So on the flip side, you never know what you're gonna get.
And you are surprised that like online, like people will like message me I haven't talked to in 10 years, going like, Sean Murphy, this is you opening up for this band. I'm like, yeah. And then they'll PayPal the money, and then they'll show up, and it's kind of like every time Jess and I play a show, it's like a reunion of sorts where like we'll see people that we haven't seen in like 10 or so years that just want to come out and get reacquainted. So it's kind of cool in that regard.
Yeah, man. And I feel the same way every time we do a show because like I'll see a guy, and me and Sean went to the same high school, but not you, Sean. I'll see a guy from high school that looks like fucking terrible that used to pick on me, and I'm like, yes, he looks terrible. And he's listening to my music, I love that. I don't know.
Like you're essentially like creating the soundtrack to his further decay as he drinks cheap beer. Absolutely.
I'd be lying if I didn't say that music was a tool that I used to feel valuable.
Well, Jessica is very valued in this scene and many others. Give me a break.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's like we all fell off the same tree and like went into the music bin, and here we are, man. We're doing our own thing, and it's a great thing to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell yeah, man. I think like Sean, like specifically us from being from the same school. I think that high school just bred good musicians.
Thomas Jefferson High School?
Yeah, man.
I mean, like I remember they had a punk rock show when I was like in 10th or 11th grade. Some older kids called a band called Goon. It was some sort of like punk rock band. It was like school sponsored or whatever.
Yeah, man.
I didn't go to school sponsor, but like I remember there were a lot of punk rockers, a lot of skaters, and it was like it was a cool place to grow up in regards to like the creativity and like the kind of like in a sense scene that you know what I mean. It was kind of like blown up there.
Yeah, I mean I went there for elementary school, and
no, Jess is a Pleasant Hills girl. Yeah, Jess is a Pleasant Hills girl. So that's all good.
Yeah, man, and I, like this is a great time to talk about like your music right now because Sean, you went down like the almost like KMFDM rabbit hole.
Oh yeah. I mean, absolutely. Like back in the day, I mean, I certainly listened to a lot of their music. It was certainly cool back in the day, and like the whole Wax Trax early vibe certainly influenced me to buy my first keyboard, drum machine, sequencer. And back in those days, you had to like pick something you were saving up for and just save up for that. Like I got my first keyboard. It was called the Kawai K12. It was $880 and saved all summer for that, but didn't have a sequencer. So I had to save for a sequencer. Bought a sequencer called the Brother PDC 100, but it was too complicated. So like I had to save for another one called the Alesis MMT8, which I was working in half an hour. Then I needed a drum machine. So I was just like, back in the day, you had to just save for pieces of your gear.
Yeah,
man.
Slowly
through it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I did. And the rest is history. Like, once upon a time, I had a whole room full of hardware, and I met some guy at a bar, and I'd gone to the bathroom, came back, he was sitting in my seat, and I was like, oh, you're sitting in my seat, and we started talking, and now he's like a web developer in Brooklyn, and he was like, oh, you do music? Okay, I have software for music, computer software. I'm like, this is like maybe in 1999. I'm like, I don't even own a computer. And he's like, I'm going to give you a computer and give you about 10 grand worth of pirated software. And I was like, yeah, sure, it's drunk talk. Literally the next day, there was a knock on my door, and he had a computer for me. I swear to fucking God. And the rest is history.
Nice, man. I mean, like, I remember hanging out with Ian Brendel back in the day, and he would...
Fuck yeah, I know Ian Brendel.
Yeah.
Good dude. He's a really good dude. He was just at our show at Howler's for Stoneburner a couple months ago.
Yeah, man. And like, and I remember hanging out at his house, and he was showing me like this music, and I thought at the time, I was like, man, this is so scary and weird. What is this? And I was like, this is amazing. And he would get all that Wax Trax stuff, and he would show it to me, you know, like the what was it called? Oh man. Who did Sex on Wheels? Oh, My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. My Life with the Thrill Kill Cult. Yeah.
Great.
And I was like, man, this is so scary and weird. Like, where are you getting this stuff? This is fucking fantastic, you know?
Wax Trax, fucking love it. Love Wax Trax. Wax Trax is definitely the reason that the Molecule Party exists in its current form. Absolutely. A certainly big influence on me. Absolutely.
Oh, and you can hear it in the songs, too. It's fantastic, man.
Thank you. But, like, I mean, I take my influences, and we kind of go forward with them. Because, like, Jessica has other influences than I do. So, like, we kind of, like, combine her influences with my influences and just move forward. Because, like, there are many bands that, like, want to kind of recreate that, and we're not one of them. Like, we want to do something on our own, different, original, in our own ways. So, like, you know, I